Hey everybody, it's Joe with Joe Knows Cryptos here with a video update. My last video I said that the only coin or crypto that I would be investing in the next 5 months or so is Litecoin. And I also said I'd do a follow-up video. So here we are, follow-up video on Litecoin. Alright, so if anyone hasn't had the chance to check out the YouTube video with the, I think it's either the president or the CEO or in charge of advertising interview from the Litecoin Foundation. And that's the foundation that kind of helps direct Litecoin, of course, with the help of Charlie Lee, the founder of Litecoin, who is definitely a visionary, definitely has an inside track, and is definitely a good person to have on your side. He's probably the best person in all of cryptocurrency to have as someone on your team, someone who you want on your team. All right. So besides having Charlie Lee and this Litecoin Foundation, there was an interview where this leader of the Litecoin Foundation was talking about advertising, and he talked about, if you haven't heard, Litecoin had an advertisement on the mat at the last UFC televised, it was actually a pay-per-view event. And right after that, the next day, searches for Litecoin went up dramatically in all the search engines, and the price of Litecoin followed, going up roughly $2 or $3 in a pretty dull, stale, non-moving market. So the advertising showed that it did help, and not only showed people like you and me and people that never really heard of cryptocurrencies to investigate on what Litecoin was, but it also brought the people who are going to have the larger sums of money that are going to be coming into the market. They're just waiting for the right time to notice what Litecoin was doing, how serious they are, and I believe they also put some of their money into Litecoin just in case it did have a big run up. They didn't want to miss out. So in this interview, he was talking about how, they asked how much it cost to run that ad with the UFC, and this gentleman actually worked with the UFC and had done advertising in his previous job, and he has a lot of connections with other sporting events and things like that, mainly UFC and also tennis. He said that the UFC wanted Litecoin to advertise with them as much, if not more, than Litecoin wanted to advertise. So the UFC wanted to bring Litecoin in, and from what I understand, it really didn't cost all that much. You might think for most companies that maybe they shouldn't let this news out, because I'm sure the UFC gets good money for those ads that they place on the mats. But it sounded to me like Litecoin Foundation didn't have to pay all that much to actually get their name put right on that on the arena mat floor, which is a great thing. It shows the UFC wants cryptocurrencies, and it sounds like particularly they have a good interest in Litecoin. Now he also mentioned that there would be future ads with the UFC, also with tennis and music performers. So guys, this is great news for Litecoin. I don't really hear about too many other cryptocurrencies that have any type of ad campaign on this scale. I have seen ads on YouTube and little block ads on different Google or Yahoo or whatever, or on sides of websites, but nothing on the scale of national televised sporting events. That sporting events always will always have a draw, always have an attraction for people, and it's a great way to get noticed. Nike doesn't pay athletes tens of millions of dollars to advertise their shoes, and Gatorade doesn't pay athletes millions of dollars to drink Gatorade on TV without good cause. So Litecoin having these type of connections is fantastic. All right. So that is a great reason to get into Litecoin. That was very exciting news. You can tell that this person who worked at the Litecoin Foundation was also very positive, very excited, and very optimistic about the future price of Litecoin. And you can just tell by his statements that the prices that Litecoin is at right now are so low and such a steal that he was almost, laughing as he was talking about it. And of course, no one knows exactly what the future will bring, but for someone in his position to be so confident in the future of Litecoin, it was very exciting to see. And you can tell it was genuine excitement. He wasn't just trying to hype Litecoin and make the interview sound extra good. You can tell it was a genuine, sincere knowledge that he has that Litecoin is going to be way higher in price. All right, so that's one thing. The other thing is the nodes for Litecoin are just increasing daily. This is a big deal. Transaction times will be faster, cheaper. The Lightning Network is now working. The founder of the CEO of Google was on Joe Rogan's podcast 2 days ago, and he said that the only cryptocurrency they're going to be dealing with is Bitcoin. But we all know Bitcoin and Litecoin go hand in hand in appreciation. So basically, even though he didn't name Litecoin, anything that's good for Bitcoin is good for Litecoin as well. They consider Bitcoin the gold and Litecoin the silver, and they always kind of go together in tandem in price. So if the CEO, Jack Dorsey of Google, is saying that the crypto that they're promoting and the only one they plan on using is Bitcoin, that's only good news for Litecoin as well. August 19th, you have the halving of Litecoin. Historically, when halvings of coins happen, within 6 months after the halving, the prices have always at least doubled, if not more. So if you have some Litecoin and you make your profits before the halving, that's great. And then if you sell and wait for it, maybe it'll have a little, how it goes up when the news is released or when it's about to happen, then it goes down, and then it seems like it would go up again, over the next 6 months after the halving. So my plan is to buy Litecoin, have a certain amount that I'm going to hold no matter what, have a certain amount that I'm going to trade when it hits a certain mark, and then get back in. And then after the 6 months after, I'm going to take that part that I'm going to invest, and I'm going to trade, and I'm going to put it into Bitcoin, because about 6 months after that, Bitcoin is going to have their halving. So and that will equally help Litecoin as well. But I think that could be the start of the bull market if we don't have something that triggers the bull market before then. You've got 4 different countries coming out with stock exchanges, including Jamaica, Sweden, America, and I can't recall the 4th country, but are all going to have stock exchanges. Well, stock exchanges that are going to trade within cryptos. Aber just announced that they, on their website, that you can buy stocks using cryptocurrencies, and the only cryptocurrency that they use to trade in is Litecoin. I mean, guys, there's just so much good news coming out on Litecoin. Oh, Charlie Lee also mentioned that he is going to add fungibility, which means a security feature, a privacy feature to Litecoin. And it may be a feature that can be switched on and off, depending on if you want to use it or not. So, but the good thing about it is, like cash, if somebody robs somebody down the street or holds somebody ransom and demands, money, and they get, $100 bills, and then a week later you get that $100 bill. You have no idea where it was before you got it. You don't know if it was used in some type of a crime or black market activity. And Charlie Lee believes that Litecoin should be the same way. If it's going to be a real currency, that it should have a privacy feature that keeps people from saying, no, I don't want this dirty money type of thing. So if you never know where it was or where it came from and its history and its past, then it makes it more like real money. And I think that's probably a good idea to have that type of a feature on Litecoin. So I mean, everything that I see on Litecoin compared to any other crypto, there are cryptos that have plans and wishes and hopes and all this, but Litecoin is here, and it's how I kind of see things in the future, guys, is everything is going to be tokenized. Everything, and it's all a lot of it's gonna run through the Internet of Things. So you're gonna have your job that you work, if jobs are even necessary. Some jobs will be necessary though, of course. I know a lot of jobs are going to start getting cut out with technology, but there's still going to be jobs. Money is going to be deposited from your job into your account into Bitcoin or Litecoin, in my opinion. And since it's an instant transfer, you can get paid daily. You don't have to get paid every 2 weeks. You can get paid for your work that day, or if you sell soybeans on the market, or corn, or cattle, or you paint, you're a painting contractor, or you build a building, or you're just a temporary laborer. You can get paid daily. That money will go right into your account, and it will be put in Bitcoin or Litecoin for almost zero transaction fees, very small fees, instantaneously. From that account, the Internet of Things is going to communicate with that account, of course with your permission, and your electric bill, your water bill, your cable bill, your pretty much all of your utilities will be automatically taken out of that account as well. You're also going to have assets that are going to be in there. So Bitcoin will be considered, in my opinion, an asset. It'll be considered a savings thing, or something of value that you'll be able to borrow money against, just like your house will be as well. So if you have equity in your house, this will all be tokenized and in an account, maybe all in one account, or there may be multiple accounts. So as you need money, the money will just come almost like a home equity loan off of your house if you fall below your savings amount. So 1 week you may have some unexpected expenses, like your air conditioning goes out, and you don't have enough money in your, from what you earn from your weekly paycheck, but you do have $100,000 of equity in your house that's tokenized. They'll just take it out of the equity of your house. So now instead of having, say, $100,000 of equity in your house, and the air conditioning replacement costs $5,000, you'll now have $95,000 of equity that they can borrow from. So this is just the way that I see things going. It's going to be way more advanced than that as well. From what I understand, your groceries will be automatically ordered and purchased, and maybe even delivered for you if this is what you choose to have happen. Clothes, pretty much anything that you're going to need to buy. Life is going to become simpler that way, as far as the hubbub and the running around. If you have Bitcoin is going to be more valuable than gold. It's going to be a store of value, since there's only 21 million Bitcoin, and some of those have been lost along the way. Whoever owns a Bitcoin is, is going to be $1 million at least, I would say, in the future. And that's why I recommend getting some Bitcoin now while it's so cheap. Litecoin is going to be very expensive as well, because there's only 80 something million Litecoin. So you'll use Litecoin to buy big items like houses, cars, boats, land. Guys, I gotta wrap this up. Actually, I'm almost at 15 minutes, and I can't go over it. But kiss your wife, your girlfriend, hug your kids, pet your pets. God bless. Joe Knows Cryptos. Peace out.